Because I've been
Yeah,
ready.
they're just taking a quick couple minutes, but it should be just a minute or two more for both teams to be ready.
Ban Ivern.
Gonna do the ban, Ivern.
Everyone.
Bro, yes, Vincent. Vincent, contact me. You and me will set it up. We'll start selling your feet pictures. We'll make a ton of money. Okay, just go hype in this next game. Just go wild.
Okay, starting out with bans. Maokai, once again, another ban they don't want to see. We'll see if they try and leave things up. They're definitely gonna ban the Vayne away. They don't want Ulu to pick that one up. Ooh!
Isn't that kind of interesting?
Ooh, a respect ban for the Malzahar.
Good to know.
Ooh.
They didn't want that. Vincent knew.
They did not want that at all. There it is. They banned Olaf. That is
SKT didn't think about it, man. SKT didn't even ban it. Vincent knows, bro. Vincent's not. He's not willing to go down that road.
They banned. And
Tony.
Ooh, the one time. Okay, the one time they don't ban Kaisa, Kaisa gets picked. Kaisa, for those who don't know, and you've either been living under a rock or you just got into League or just got back into League, Kaisa is busted right now. Absolutely busted.
We have a guy calling out in stream right now. He's saying that he's much cuter than you, Stripes, even though I have to tell you that hat is spot on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Viego's on the rift.
This is not good.
Ooh, Viego is on the rift, guys.
Who do you think it's going to?
I think it's going to go straight to Yuki. I think it's going straight to Yuki. Yuki, I'm pretty sure Yuki can... I think Yuki can pull it off really well. Lofton going for Braum for the third time in a row.
Gentlemen, I just gotta defend myself there for a moment. Just in that CasterRav is has a little bit of knowledge about Asian culture. Yuki actually means snow in Japanese, and Vigo is a white character, as you can see. White hair, white face. It's the snow character. There you go. Rav knows stuff. I know some Japanese. I know what I'm talking about.
You are married to one, so I would assume yes. Yes.
So that is two big bans that changed and are immediately picked up in the Kaisa and the Shen. No Shen's going top because they picked Braum. Sora's gonna pick up Annie. Annie, another safe pick. And now here comes the mid lane bans. Aurelia is gone.
So we could tell right now that their 80 carry's not messing around. The Kaiser picks really meta. You're gonna play Shen for team fights, and I'm thinking that's Bonobos realizing that there's a lot of fights, a lot of chaos. It's looking like Ethiopia out there. It's pretty crazy. So you might as well just pick champs that can team fight. And Braum 3 games in a row, like Chad said, man. This is like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And Braum Kaiser is pretty stupid strong.
I also have to point out Shen being let go for the first time, and Link's be able to get that in the top lane. So again, it'd been banned every time since now. So they get a lot of comfort. The 80 carry Uyu has played Kai'Sa before in the season. It is a comfort champion. It is a strong champion for him. I really like this boosted Bonobos comp so far. Let's see what they rounded up with here. The Direwolves gonna go ahead and take Ezreal.
There's that safe pick. There is that safe pick. You can play around on the Ezreal. Oh, he can be safe, not to mention he has some extra safety with the Thresh. It's super safe. Meanwhile, we have an Evelynn coming out in the jungle. And so far, looking very interesting coming out of the Bonobos side. We'll see what they pick coming into the mid lane.
I think there's going to be style. Some grace.
The final game, and it's
style, grace, and a whole lot of mass. We're getting Yone, and I hate that he picked it. Here's why. Annie is a hard counter to Yone. He just counterpicked himself.
Do you think Vincent cares? Vincent's out here taking feet pictures and sending them into my DMs, bro. He doesn't give a shit right now. He's doing whatever he
You know what? You make a fair point. You make a
What a
fair
beast.
point.
doesn't even care, bro.
We're gonna ask him about this. If the Bonobos end up winning this game, let's ask why he ended up choosing the Yon into this comp. I'll be interested to hear. He has played the Yon before, has looked strong on it. The last time he picked it up, I believe it was either the semifinals or the finals. It was fairly recently. It did extremely well on it. So look forward for another big game from Vincent. And like you said, Stripes, he's going to be up against it. See if Sora is comfortable with the Annie. If he's got that stun up and ready, that when Yon goes forward, you just put a stop to that. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And we'll see if some more stimulus checks get passed.
Indeed. So,
That's
The
it.
monkey. No.
I really am very, very interested in how this game is going to flesh out, because bot lane is going to be very, very safe on the side of the Direwolves. Mid lane, it's favored for the Direwolves. The jungle, entirely a skill matchup, as it always is. Top lane, you have Gnar versus Shen. Both want to do completely different things. I don't expect a lot of heavy trading in the top lane. Some dives, maybe, but I don't expect a lot of heavy trading. I do also, before we continue on with all this, I do want to give a quick shout out to Dion, who had the foresight of making sure I had the pictures for the 2 newest champions, and it proved to be very, very helpful right now, as Viego does get picked up by Yuki.
Okay, so I want to make a shout out. Jackson 20 Bill. You take that name, you take that champ, you get him out of here. Absolutely not. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see that shit. Gnar, I don't like Gnar. Nobody plays good Gnar.
Did you see Huni play him a couple of times
I don't
recently?
know.
Is there something that's affecting
talk
you
to me.
emotionally here?
Yes.
Hey,
I got
hey.
anger right now.
To be fair, Huni looked a lot better in the C9 series. He
With
looked a lot
Gragas.
better.
The top pick for top lane, aside from Renekton.
Not just with Gragas. He had something else when Fudge picked Gragas. But
Not
he's
as
still
OP. Nah, brother.
it's not OP.
Nah, he's saying it's OP in chat though.
Something
Christina Applegate.
now, I do want to give a few insights into Viego for those who don't know. Viego is, think of him like a reverse Silas. 100% reverse Silas. When he takes over a champion, he takes over everything about that champion except their
right?
ultimate.
Yeah.
He's-
Was this Yorick?
He's an AD champion.
No, but Yorick back in like what, season 3?
Yeah, up until like, I don't know, season 7 or 8 or something. It wasn't that long.
Also, for those who are curious about lore, Thresh and Viego also have a neat little reunion. So, just a little lore tidbit.
I'm sure the chat's gonna ask this, so I'll get it out before them. If you're gonna talk about lore, can we get a cosplay as you tell the stories of them? And I'm gonna need
No.
what? What type of false advertising is this? I thought we get the whole show. I paid for the show.
You can't get it all off the first time. The first time, right? You gotta build. It's anticipation,
dude.
okay?
FB Junior knows, bro. Lore play or we leave, bro. Lore play, lore play, lore play.
Okay, can you make maybe a cape with some of your sheets or something, and then maybe we could do something. I'm just joking. We're just having some fun around here. This is the fun cast, also known as the comedy cast. Occasionally, here in the grand finals, we had a very successful season 1. And it's just coming to a close with this final game. It's all going to come down to this game. We're going to have the champions banner is going to be permanently up on the League Amateur Series website. Join up if you haven't. Chat, if you're listening on Twitch, I can see there's about 30 of you listening. If you haven't gone ahead and followed the channel, go ahead and follow the Twitch channel. We only stream the important games, the big games, the games that you want to watch, the casted games. Go ahead and follow us, and you're going to get a little update whenever we're on. And we hope to be on more in the future. If you're any future casters that are listening to us, go ahead and give us a contact. Stripes here. I hadn't even met Stripes a year ago, and then here he is on the final cast. Going ahead with this beautiful scenes here with the art from Dion and all the hard work from Panzer, and it's just a big old love fest here in Game 3, and CasterRav is glad.
And also tell them about what they get, Rav. If they do subscribe or do anything, they get those pictures of Stripes with the cosplay and those feet pics, bro. Get those feet pics. These guys want to see toes. I want to see toes. Show the toes.
All right, back into the game.
No, hold on. Yeah, Hobbit feet, bro. Show us your Hobbit feet. Take me to the Shire, Stripes.
Oh, this is good time. I thank you for being here. This is wow, what a culmination of 2020. I know we're in 2021, but the future is bright here in the LAS.
Indeed,
and,
it is.
I cannot wait for season 2. Sign up, join the website. We're gonna have our new rules out soon. We're gonna have an introduction video. We're gonna have a rules video. There's gonna be all kinds of videos and art and casters, and it's gonna be all together here just to have a good time as some moderate, level League of Legends players. If you're diamond or higher, get out. We don't want to play. You're too good. We admit it. That's fine. Everyone else, come on in. We're going to have a good time.
Hey, and the way things are going in society, we'll be streaming from the feed camp. We're going to keep going. No matter where we are, no matter what happens, we're going to keep this going.
As long as we can.
No. Straight from the FEMA camp. We'll set it up.
All right.
Whatever they choose to do.
So
I think very wet. On Ezreal this game. I want to see it. I need to see it. If he doesn't, tonight when he plays COD with me, I'm not baiting for him. I don't give a shit. He's baiting for me.
Who do you think, Stripes? Who do you think is going to be the key player in this game? Waff's already kind of made his prediction as we have a little bit of damage in the top lane.
I think it's going to be the jungle mid duo. It's going to be the jungle mid duo entirely. Both sides of it is going to be very interesting. Evelyn, we all know how Evelyn works. We all know what she wants to do. She is a really strong champ when she snowballs. Yone, we've seen too much of what Yone wants to do. We see what happens when he snowballs. Annie is a hard counter to Yone, and unless there's a lot of influence from Evelyn, which you're probably not going to see a lot before level 6 because that's just what Evelyn is, Annie is going to have a great time in this lane. And Viego, he wants to get kills, steal enemy champions, and pump out their damage.
So you think Yuki can do good on this champ in jungle?
I believe he can. As again, we see a bot lane gank being set up by Yuki.
Quickly, before we get any first kills, I'm going to get my prediction here, and I'm going to say it's going to be Lynx YT in the top lane, getting his Shen that was feared in the first 2 games, gone ahead and picked it up in 3rd pick, and he now has it and is going ahead and fighting Gnar that has the upgraded Gnar. Gnar was just buffed here, his Uber Gnar, and here, even though he was buffed, he's still not going to be liking that trade against Shen. This is why Shen is so strong. He just fought a buffed up Gnar and won.
It's that Q percent max health damage, and that's first blood onto the Shen. Meanwhile, Panzer is forced to flash to avoid the charm from the Evelyn, throwing the lantern, bringing Very Wet down to safety.
So Yuki's gonna have to do this. He's gonna have to do some majestic shit right now. I think that he's gonna have to show us the same look he showed us in the first 2 games with Pantheon Olaf. He's just not gonna have to be as refined on this champ as he was then.
So
this game's over.
So here's something else to teach the people a little bit more about Viego. Viego's passive works in a way where when a champion dies, they become a mist wraith. Kind of like Senna, but looking exactly like the champion. You can then right-click like auto-attacking, and then you'll become untargetable for about 1 second, and then become that champ and heal for a little bit of health, while keeping the proportionate percent max health the same. When he is that champion,
you want to kill strong people, right? You want to kill strong people and get
yes.
their.
That's not what Stalin said. Stalin said you get the weak people.
When he is that champion, he has literally everything he has literally everything that champion has. Level, items, abilities, everything except the ultimate.
For the Emperor, Yuki. For the Emperor.
And as you can see, down here in the bottom, his portrait, his entire thing will fit to the champion that he has possessed. Because...
Well, he gets the first kill on his team once again, Yukimoto. So we're asking, can he do it on this champion? Well, he's got a nice CS lead. He was able to get double scuttles and did pick up his team's first kill. So once again, the gold is in the pockets of their carry, jungler Yukimoto. But, you know, Waff is thinking it's going to be very wet. You know what? He has had a quiet series, a little bit unusual for him. So it would be nice to see him wake up and join Yukimoto and start pumping out some damage for the rest of the team.
He thinks he's got the AK-74U on him right now. trying to shoot, trying to wallbang.
This is going to be in the bot lane. It's going to be the battle of the hyper scaling ADC. Ezreal, as we all know, not a traditional ADC with his build items, but he is still very, very powerful, especially if he can get a good WQ combo, especially when he has Divine Sunder and Muramana completed.
Oh, and that Ravenous Hydra too. That is just so...
Indeed.
I'm still not used to that, where it on abilities and it auto attacks, it procs the...
There's been like a 50-50 going, a lot of 80 carries.
In action in the top lane, Lynx is getting chunked out a lot. Reverse back to Mininar with the range.
Got to be very careful here. The flash is down for Shen. Going to be up in about another minute when he's going to have a lot of kill pressure on the top. But it's more you have to be worried as the Gnar, in this case in top. One single taunt from Shen and you're toast.
Look at what Yuki's doing. I think the dragon got killed. He immediately moves into the blue side top jungle, steals away the blue buff, and starts going for the Gromp as well. As we might see a dive coming in onto the Shen. There's a control ward there. And he's going to just back away.
Did you guys like that? Would you have liked to try to force that? There was about 10 minions there. Would you have liked a force there, or did you like the back off?
I liked the back off because there were still reinforcements coming for Lynx. So
well, they didn't know. They didn't know Evelyn, right? I don't think they had any vision from what I understood on Evelyn.
Evelyn is not level 6 yet, so she doesn't have her stealth. There are some red wards in the top river, mostly the top river brush. I think it was more of a safety play. They didn't know where Evelyn was. They just didn't want to overforce. Smart call, as right now it looks like that Yuki is going over to the Rift Herald and will claim it for himself.
I'm impressed by Yuki this whole series, man. This guy has been... Every game has been involved. He has been a prominent member of this team.
Indeed, and I do want to point out, this game is definitely a lot different than the past ones. This is a very slow pace game. Nice to chill out a little bit. It's gonna pick up. There's a lot of champions that want to scale up, want to get items before they really want to start fighting. So when they start getting those items, then we're going to see the bloodbath start again.
And I gotta give a little bit of props here for Panzer Villari on the Thresh. He had a really good game too, and was able to make some of those key picks in getting the Direwolves to their lead and to be able to take that game too. So let's see if he can do it again. He's already warmed up on the pick, and he landed some really key hooks on carries, and they're going to be challenging here. Going to go ahead and land the play and flash out. Really wants to make sure his 80 carry gets out. Use a lot, but everyone gets out here in the bot lane for the Direwolf.
Panzer flashed right in between the Evelyn and the Ezreal, blocking the hate spike and preventing the charm onto Very Wet. That is a great heads-up play by Panzer to keep his ADC alive. If he needed to, he had exhaust, but we have a fight going on around the Drake pit. Still 2 minutes before Drake starts, and they're just going to back away. But I still have to give props to Panzer. That was a great heads-up play with the flash.
Oh my god, Riot, you're just dropping new champs that are wonky.
Hard to keep track sometimes.
Oh my god, this isn't season 2 or 3 anymore. It's just getting wild.
I mean, ever since they released Jhin, non-traditional ADCs have been the flavor of the month. So.
Hey, Jhin, I like Jhin. Jin's is my favorite champion.
Oh, we got an engage coming in the bot lane.
That's right. Brahms be able to get the ult out onto Panzer, who's going to go ahead and back, but we're having Yukimoto be able to go ahead and counter on the back. It's a 3-on-2. The gank is going to come forward. Get locked in, it's going to be going out. He has to flash out. Yukimoto can try to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to try to get out. There's only one lantern. Only one of them can take it, and it's going to be Yukimoto as Very Wet has the flash as he tries to get out double play to be able to cause that play to go down. And no one is going to trade. And like you're saying, Stripes, a very different game from our game 2 that if you remember, we had fights in all 3 lanes simultaneously at this point.
Yeah, it's a very slow game, and we saw a whole lot of action, and nothing came of it. Literally nothing but the trade of summoner spells, the trade of ultimates. That was it. That being said, there's only a Hex Flash for the bottom lane, and that's going to be Lofton. And with that Hex Flash, the only summoner there, and it's not even really a true summoner if you're in the middle of combat. Meanwhile, Shen doesn't have his ultimate, so that is also something to keep in mind. Reverse, making room for this Rift Herald to get a charge in, getting all the gold over to Yuki.
Nara's doing pretty good versus fucking Shen. It's a good choice.
He is up 10 CS.
There's a lot of wrong shit I've said tonight. I like just
the thing about Narpic though that make him seem like he's not good as we get into the dragon fight.
Going over to Yukimoto to be able to smite that away as the kill goes over to Vincent. Is taking out the jungler. Bonobos are going to try to carry this team fight here towards the end. Andy's trying to get out, doesn't get away this time, but as we're having a fight, this is back to the game 2 like we're liking. Game 3, action all over the map as being able to get the kill in top lane under turret. Nar, that we were saying was doing all right, has now died a second time 1v1 against the Shen. Looks like my dark horse is not so dark.
Reverse greeted for the turret. He greeted so hard for it. It is so low right now. He wanted that last plate. He wanted first turret gold. Come on, 2 autos and that turret is dead, man. You just didn't have the minions for it.
You know Nar was swearing on his mic. You know it.
Yes, he definitely was.
At
least 2.5 swear words were said.
Guys, can I throw in a little factoid on one of the players here?
Drop
I'm going to do it right now.
Ooh.
As we have the blue buffs going right over, Yukimoto's able to steal it. Not only that, being able to get the kill onto the enemy jungler, and he's not done yet. He wants to go against the level 11 Shen, but even with double buffs, that might not be a good idea.
Oh, he's going back,
like
and he has help from his team. He does manage to ult over the wall to get to safety. Oh, stun coming out from Annie. Lynx is just going to go down here. kill from Annie, and that's first turret taken down, and a shutdown going over to Sora.
They've totally watched goddamn Independence Day, bro. They are not going quietly. They 100% watched it.
Look who's got 2 kills now is Vincent on Yone. He's not going quietly. He said, I can do it more on Aurelia and Cat. Look, I got a pool. I got an ocean over here. Because you live in California, you got a big ocean there.
All I gotta say is I'm really impressed. Vincent, what are you doing? Oh, he does get the ult, but he is exhausted. Shen is going to pop up. Divine Sunder has been completed for the Ezreal. Sora is within execute range of Gnar is getting chased. Is down.
Trouble here.
And he is going to take down the Lantern. Not quite there. However, Luden's Tempest does come online for Annie, man. Sora did come out just in time. Over life. And here's something you don't see too often. 3 players on the same team with the same mythic item. 3 Divine Sunderers on the board. Ezreal, Viego, and Gnar.
Braum diving under the tower, taking a single tower shot and getting out. He is Braum. He is strong.
I don't know if he really wanted to dive under the tower. Panzer kind of forced him there.
So. Yeah, he's
All right, I gotta go ahead and say it. So my little factoid. So Sora there, high-level Dota 2 player, top 1% in the world.
holy.
There you go. He's coming over from Dota into League. Apparently the game for simpletons. I disagree. So this is what Dota players say. Ha ha. And then nobody cares about your game, Dota, unless you're in Russia. Aha.
Or it's the TI. Or it's TI.
Hey, there's a lot of money in the TI, man.
Oh, there's a hell of a lot of money in TI.
I heard next year is gonna be like double because they didn't do it this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be like like 40 million or some shit.
Did you guys hear why they have such big prizes? They do a different way of getting funds. They go ahead and they crowd fund.
Yeah.
So they offer players.
Is it skins and shit in the game?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like skins, battle passes, items.
That's right. And they put that money towards the TI, which makes it the largest prize in esports, and why it has so much hype around it.
Do you know how much money that you could get from like literally league space if you just said like, listen, we're gonna see how much we're gonna judge, we're gonna raise the prize pool. Yeah, you just donate, buy these skins. Like, goddamn, $40 million would be easy for league. Easy.
Easy, 100%, especially if they release really good skins like they did when COVID started with the Nurse Shen, the Dr. Shen, Nurse.
They could really
another Soraka skin! Yeah, Order of the Banana Part 2!
Now, the real question is, can you cosplay that? Do you have a banana costume?
I do not have a banana costume.
What exactly do you have at this point, Stripes? What do you got in your repertoire? Because I'm not hearing a lot. Like I
don't want to know all cosplay yet, but I tell you what I do know. Yukimoto's the one going down, but Vincent is going to be trying to clean up. That's going to be 2 over for the Bonobos. So is Sub Carry Me, and here he's going to go ahead, pick up the 2nd kill. Now 2-0-4. Bot lane going big for the Bonobos.
This is
very wet.
This is the problem with Kaisa right now. Ezreal doesn't really have the items to contest her in the damage department.
But he's got 0 assists, though. He's not really getting involved.
He's not getting involved at all. He still needs to finish Manamune so he can get that Mirror Mana get more damage out there.
We should ask chat. Chat, are you supposed to finish your Manamune on Ezreal first, or do you think you should go Divine Sunderer? What's the build? Because I feel like I actually don't even have a clue.
It's probably not a hard and fast rule.
It's not a hard and fast rule, but a lot of Ezreals usually like to go with the Mirror Mana.
I'll try,
Manamune first before doing Divine Sunderer, so you can get that more damage a lot quicker. And all that jazz.
I'll tell you who's looking envious over at everyone else in the map is Ferris, who does not have a completed item yet, just components. Wow, he could really use some gold. And whoa, that Thresh hook was oh so close.
If that Thresh hook landed, he was dead. Because Sora just dropped the Tibbers. Or that would have been devastating if that hook had landed. If he was a neat little stun over the wall.
Must have thought he was in Dota or some shit. And just dropped the stun.
Big pressure.
Oh, Panzer tried.
Lane. Flash.
There it is.
And they have to take this turret down before it does too much damage. And
turret is down.
Going on to Valari, but he's not going to go down as of yet.
Yep.
Waffen is going to flash out, and now the hook hits. But Thresh is decided to go back in. Right here in the background.
Oh!
Lynx is going to try to go in, but he's going to be going down. Now, the Direwolves looks like they're going to have an advantage on this. Right now, it's one person down for the Bonobos. They do not go down anymore. And just a couple flashing red bars on the Bonobos.
Oh, reverse!
In, right onto Braum. They got to be able to get him. Yeah, they do. And he just be able to get out. Oh, so close, but Yon is in the background. He's the strongest on the team right now. He's got a second kill. What more is he going to do? He's going to be going for the triple here on Yukimoto.
Oh my god. Goddamn, Vincent's going wild.
Wow, this is like Charlie Sheen from 5 years ago. Hashtag winning. He's on top of the world. Vincent on Yone.
But is it with the HIV or not with the HIV?
That was before he found out. He was still on top.
Yeah, just going wild. 8 balls and all that shit. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not bipolar. I'm bi winning.
Oh, what a line. What a line.
Jesus.
Now, key items are coming online. Things to point out. Yone just finished the IE. That is done. Sora is working on completing. Zanya's looks like both Viego and Gnar are going for the same second item in the Sterix gauge.
Rav, I need to ask you a question. Stripes, you could answer too. Do you think Vincent's playing with close on right now, or do you think he's 100% aerodynamic, just trying to carry this game, no bullshit?
I think definitely his pants are off. He might have an undergarment on his top side.
Okay, good question. Stripes for you. Socks or no socks?
I think the socks were on for the Zoe game. Rip. He just took them off for this one.
Bro,
he is showing no chill.
Both or just one?
Both. No chill. No chill in this game.
Shit. That's at least a war crime. He's looking like Coney out there. Just going
and here we're having some carried me. Going to be taken down. The Fnatic Bush. They've done this before, and it comes to be success again. The Direwolves.
Double 80 carry.
Not done yet.
Double 80 carry. Hit it.
He managed to get. He did throw away the Kaisa body. Not really much you could get out of it, but that was dangerous if they stuck around, because you would have a double 80 carry situation. And yeah, you wouldn't have the killer instinct with Viego, but you would still have the Kraken Slayer. Didn't have Collector at the time, but you still would have had Kraken Slayer, still would have had the passive, still would have had the damaging Q. Now they're setting up as they're for the second Mountain Drake of the game, trying to stop boosted Bonobos from getting closer to that soul. I don't think we've actually had a Dragon Soul in this series yet.
We have not. But I tell you, the Bonobos do like this Mountain Soul, as they have 2 tanks on their team that will just get oh so strong with these increased defenses and possibly that shield if we get that far. The kills are far apart, but the gold is close. The objective's only 1 apart. This fourth dragon fight here, and it's about to start off. Vincent is going to go damn deep, and he's going to get ulted. There's the combo that you were talking about as Lynx is in the background. Going to be going ahead and take out Yukimoto. Is going to go down first. And who's
very wet.
Oh, it's Vincent.
Front to back.
Going front to back, and Lofton is going to be out there in the front. He can take all kinds of damage as Lynx is going to head back. It's a 3-on-3 with the Dragon still up. It's doing damage onto the Evelyn, who is a 4-on-3. The Dragon is fighting for the Direwolves. It's now 3-on-3. And they're able to do it. 2-on-1. And they came back. They came back from the desert pit.
Get him very well.
That is an ace over to the direwolves. Very Wet coming online in that fight.
Very Wet's hitting them, bro.
Waff, you were right. Very
Bro.
Wet is now coming online, but
Front
Sora
to back,
putting out enough damage, getting a few kills
you
of his
called
own
that.
in that fight too.
You called that, bro. You called that combo.
Maybe it's not the mid jungle duo, it's the mid ADC duo that you have to worry about for the direwolves.
Maybe that's it, bro. Like, I didn't know about Sora's fucking Dota pedigree and all this shit. Like, I guess this guy can play a little
Something
bit
I
of,
want to point out, I am hovering over my cursor for the stream. Very Wet got the shutdown on the Yone. 1,000 gold into his pocket.
Well, I'm
He
gonna
has
give you some
not
insight.
spent that. That's going to be finishing the item and nearly and 2/3 of the next one.
Okay.
Ooh, huge lantern getting Yukimoto out.
Yuki? Okay. Shit. I'll
And
give you
they're
insider
flashing for
information.
safety.
I'm gonna give you guys insider information right now, okay? Very Wet drank a good amount of apple cider vinegar this whole week. He's cleansed his body to prepare himself for this exact situation. This is it. He is ready.
And right now,
Yeah,
he's the only
wow.
deathless person, as it looks like
Here.
Yone's going to go down again. And now
First
their
one
Yone
down.
has switched teams.
Nar, mega form. Nar, oh, that was a
That's
Bro,
2 down now.
Doesn't have the
Bonobos,
ultimate,
they're
but the
retreating.
flash Q.
Direwolves, no, they haven't had enough. Let's see if they decide to pull off for Baron, or where do they decide to chase? And Yukimoto's deciding to chase.
Very Wet.
Like
So
they're talking
a two-
about it.
a 2
Decision
for
is to
nothing.
They're
One
looking
kill
to see-
going to Sora, 1 kill going to Very Wet. Very Wet, the only one who hasn't died yet in this game. Now it's a 2k gold lead over for the Direwolves thanks to all of these shutdowns.
Very Wet is like Bitcoin before it blew up to like 17,000. It's not like a 200, okay? It's like worth the money, okay? You invest
And
in
now
this
that's
guy.
that mid lane turret. Are they going to look for Baron now, or are they just going to try and fake it and look for a fight?
Oh, Rav, I just want you to know, man. We're gonna get both these teams next season. We're gonna get them both, bro. We're gonna get them in the street. We're gonna get them in the gutter. I don't give a shit. In the living room, we're gonna get them. Shit's pumping me
We're
up.
Oh,
talking
Yuki.
the talk there, Wap. Let's see if we can walk the walk. But here, Sub carried me. He's going to go ahead and ult in forward. And a little bit of sleep in there. Yukimoto's going down. And they're starting to head towards
Sleeping.
Baron in
Definitely-
the Bonobos.
Definitely
Sleeping.
not getting carried by this game. 5, 2, and 5 on this Kaisa. And it's looking like that they're going to try Baron over for the Bonobos. They melted really well with Yone and Kaisa. Can they get it within range? The Direwolves are here. The Baron is low, 2,000 health, and he will get taken down. And he will get shredded down. Baron buff is over to the Bonobos. That is 5 buffs, and both teams just walk away.
I thought Shen going outside the pit was a really nice choice. Zone. And he's strong. No way you can burst him. They played it perfect. Good. It almost seems like any team can win this game, though. Like, it's really not. The score, you might have like a little bit of difference, but it looks really
I mean,
close.
look at the gold. Look
Well,
at the
same, right?
gold lead. It is nearly dead even. Sub 100 gold separating these two teams, even with the Baron. It's just, these two teams are going at it. They're bringing us the distance. We're having a 3-game series,
Yeah.
and the 3rd game is by far the best game of the series.
They
It's not
just
as
keep
bloody.
warm up.
It's not as bloody, but it's really, really competitive. Both these ADCs, both have 5 kills. Both these mid laners have a decent amount of kills. Well, the top lane is being as influential as they can be. But I'm just waiting to see who makes that breakout play that breaks open this game. Dragon's coming up in 30 seconds. That's something you gotta keep in mind. Whoever gets this Drake will be on soul point going into the next one.
Something I want you to look at that's kind of interesting is the Bonobos are about a minute and a half into their Baron, and they aren't aggressively pushing. They're being very cautious. And we're going to see if this is going to come back to haunt them, because they're choosing to fight for this the Dragon Vision instead of using their Baron to go ahead and push waves. But here, getting caught out is Lofton on the Braum. He's going to flash out, and he's also close to going down, and is going to go ahead and stand behind his team to miss the ult. Very wet with the ult down.
Not
Very wet.
Braum.
That's not really where Braum wants to be as a champion.
Down.
But
Okay, let's settle down. Very wet. Everybody's getting a little hype now. We need to just settle down.
Both teams are playing footsie right now around the dragon. Very wet, throwing out Qs, trying to get some good hits. Divine Sunder procking as well.
Gotta get some poke down.
Oh, it looks like Bonobos are just going to turn and try and burst this thing down.
Nar has to start up his thing, and Nar needs to wait till Braum shield's down the throw with that boomerang.
Vincent will take down Panzer though, and Yuki is taken down.
Very wet's gone.
Was able to get the double knockup was Vincent, but now the rest of the team's going to finish off the Gnar. And we have 4-0 and Baron. Still about 30 seconds left on this Baron. We're not going to be able to win the game, but they're definitely going to give the Direwolves a bloody nose and something to go home and tell mom about.
Indeed, they are. Now they're on Soul Point. They are super close to getting Mountain Soul. That's something they got to watch out for. Baron has expired now, and thankfully for the Direwolves, Sora is still alive. That's a lot of wave cleared down. Vincent just taking down the bottom tier 2, taking that one down. They're not going to lose an inhibitor off of it, but they are going to lose the inhibitor turret. The mid lane inhibitor is cracked, and key thing to look at what Sora has in his inventory. Oblivion Orb. Really, really good for the Yone. Especially since he has Bloodthirster and Immortal Shield buff.
Someone's got to take him down, and it's going to be a team effort that's going to need to do it. I'm so far impressed by Sora's play, and so far has played the Annie well. It's looking like it's coming down to these last few fights. Either team with an ace can push down the middle and finish. It's unlikely the game's going to finish that way. It's probably going to be a more long, drawn-out affair. I would think
It'll
there's
depend
going to be a
on
soul
the
in this game.
It will depend on the wave state when the ace occurs. If the wave is pushed up into one team's base and that team wins, then they can get the inhibitor and not much else. But if the minions are pushed into a team's base and the other team wins, then the game is over at that point. It's all going to depend on the wave state. Talking about, and I mentioned Grievous Wounds earlier with the Oblivion Orb. Now we got an Executioner's over to Very Wet.
Now, if I was the Bonobos, I would be putting Shen into a side lane at this point. He's got the ult up in about 10-15 seconds. He's got teleport. He's great to have on a side lane as long as you can get him into the fight on command when the team fight starts happening. But the Bonobos aren't playing with the Shen that way. They're playing with him as a frontline tank roaming around with the team. So we're going to see, are they going to be able to have both their tanks in the fight when it starts off? Who are they going to put to split foot push? Because right now it looks like their answer is Yone, and no one can answer it from the Direwolf side.
When he wants to ult on a teammate that's dangerously low, dangerously close to dying, or he wants to ult a champion that wants to dive in deep. Now, there's a way you can split the difference.
How do you split the difference, Stripes? Tell us.
If Kaisa hits a really good W,
how good of a W?
Hit someone like Very Wet, Sora, Yuki, someone you really want to focus down. Then gets ulted by Shen after popping the Killer Instinct. Not only does Kaisa have the shield from Shen, but the shields from Killer Instinct, giving her so much survivability for the rest of the team to come in, giving her enough survivability for definitely Shen to come out.
Damage onto Gnar, already down to half
stop
health.
Using that goddamn boomerang when his
Panzer
up, you gorilla.
Also in trouble here, and Direwolves are trying to lose as little as possible.
From ultimate is going to go wide. Varus is actually going to miss the flash Q onto Revenge to get the charm. It's just a bit of a mechanical misplay right there.
So you were saying that what they have to do, right? And I'm looking at Yone And I see Yon hit a double knock-up on Panzer and very
but
well.
1 second, guys. We're having
Yep.
Nar, who's going to take a peek at the Baron, but is not going to get there. Going to go ahead and die to try to get that vision.
Yuki?
That was reversed, I believe.
No, he's not. He's not gonna get it. He tried to steal, but he didn't get it. All double TP into the bot lane. They're gonna push down this bot lane inhibitor. The wave is in a perfect spot. They're not gonna try to end the game off of this because there's still 3 people alive, including Very Wet and Sora. However, what they are gonna try and do is they're going to try. The Shen shield is gonna come out. He is gonna ult Very Wet and Panzer. Vincent is dangerously low. He will get taken down. Panzer will go down, but 2 carries are still alive.
He looks like he's on RuPaul's Drag Race and he's taping his thing back because he's aerodynamic, bro. Yon is just wrecking.
There's that killer instinct onto the Ezreal. Will not take Very Wet down.
Oh, Braum.
And Nar is going back in. Remember, he was the first one to die, and he's trying to get back with his team. But meanwhile, Evelyn is taking that 4th dragon, now 3.
That's a great play. That is a great.
The Mountain Soul.
That is a great play. Varus soloed the Drake while everyone else was pushing. They got the bot lane inhibitor down with the double TP play. They tried to get the mid inhibitor, but they lost the fight. Braum and Kaisa tried to finish up, but when nothing went their way, they didn't overstep and force themselves into a bad spot. They backed off. They kept the pressure up a little bit longer, but they backed up into safety, let Evelyn finish the Drake, and now they have Mountain Soul.
We got chat being fickle as shit here, bro. You guys are worse than the odds maker in Vegas. Yeah, let Very Wet have some goddamn room, okay? Like the Bonobos look like they're goddamn on RuPaul's. Like they're taping it back. They're looking streamlined. They're looking real good. Yon goes in and eliminates people.
Well, maybe as a suggestion, you can do like a Michael Phelps and just shave it all and really like glide through
Ian
12
Thorpe,
water.
bro.
Really.
Ian Thorpe. There you go. Just
Nice.
I want to point out something very important. Vincent is full build. Gold onto him will not matter as much as others on his team.
Sora's got to show me some of that Dota. Show me some of that Dota, bro.
A reverse getting a good 3-man ultimate.
Nar is going to go ahead and land that in, but he's going to go down. Vincent's also close to going down. They're going to have to knock him out to have a chance. Reverse is the first one down, and the Dire Wolves keep falling. They're falling, and there's nowhere left to fall. That's all of them, the ace. We have ourselves the first Grand Tournament champions, the boosted Bonobos. Lynx, Ferris, Vincent, sub-carried me, and Lofton. Congratulations, sirs.
Oh my god. Absolute animals.
Congratulations to the boosted Bonobos.
Oh, where's your hat?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It gets a little itchy at times. My hair is too long.
I thought you were Houdini. I thought you just did a little Houdini. Rav's gone black. Rav, is this the black face? Oh, you were black there for a minute, so I didn't know if you were going the.
Just needed a little time to load on the scene.
I thought he was going blackface there. I thought.
Congratulations to the boosted Bonobos. We'll see if we can get an interview with the team.
Absolutely.
Even chat wants you to put the hat back, bro. It's a hat. It's a good hat. How much does that cost you? To be honest, let's be honest. Let's just throw some numbers around.
I don't know. I got it with the KDA Akali cosplay.
It?
I got I got it with the KDA Akali cosplay.
Do you have the? So why didn't you wear the cosplay then? Why didn't you wear that cosplay?
Because the cosplay is not finished because I forgot to buy the wig.
If I was gonna do a cosplay, it'd be like Red Hot Chili Peppers when they.
I can't pull a Sneaky if I don't have the wig. Okay.
Oh. Now, do you have the features of Sneaky? Because that guy.
Working on it.
Is he want to be known as a girl yet, or is he still at that like I'm still figuring things out kind of stage? Because I just don't know. Like I don't know if he wants to be a girl or boy.
Well, he's doing it all, and has got the girlfriend to boot.
He plays both sides. An investor.
Well, I just gotta say, like, I can't believe how this game ended up playing out. We had a dead even goal game
Great
after
game.
15,
All right.
20 minutes. We had Barons going for the boost of Bonobos, and they were able to make their advantage work and really be able to push it in when they were able to get it, and they had a lot of resistance, like you said. Ezreal went to 4 in less than like 10 seconds, and they were right back into it. So Bonobos being able to close out games, and they've proven that even when they get leads, they can close it out, because the Direwolves have shown time and time again throughout the season they were able to come back from gold deficits. They were able to team fight and macro around the map, and the Boost of Bonobos just did what they did, but better.